thanks very much. And there are a lot of lines for the president. Let's speak now with Nick Mosby. He's a Democratic Maryland delegate and former Baltimore City Councilman. We appreciate having you on today, Nick, and I know that this has been quite a broadside on the city of Baltimore. The president called conditions in your city inhuman. What's your response, the response of the people of Baltimore?
Well, I mean, Baltimore City, just like all the other post-industrialized cities around this country, be it Buffalo, Cleveland, Detroit, has definitely seen its best and its worst of times. But unfortunately, we have a leader in the White House who has done nothing but continue to push rhetoric, has done nothing to do but exacerbate the conditions of our city, and has used hateful speech to really divide our country. And what really concerns me now more than ever is we are no longer talking about the person who is occupying the White House as is he racist. We understand and know exactly what he is through the types of communication he's put out, through the type of statements. I mean, just 2 weeks ago he's telling black and brown women of Congress to potentially go back to where they're from. I mean, this is definitely out of the doctrine of white nationalism, and we're in scary times right now in America.
You're calling the president racist here.
I mean, I think no longer is this like a dog whistling. I mean, he's glaring sirens. It's basically saying that he is a racist. When you use terms like vermin for a city like Baltimore, when you go after leaders, whether you agree with them or not, and say that they hate white people and hate law enforcement, you're doing nothing but intentionally trying to cause chasms in our country, and it's very dangerous, and it provides no productivity to the issues that he's constantly supposedly trying to highlight.
In the last week, and you referenced this, his attacks on the squad for women of color, beyond Elijah Cummings, African-American sitting member of Congress, Al Sharpton has now come into the president's crosshairs in the city of Baltimore. Do you see all these attacks by the president as connected?
Totally. I mean, we can go all the way back to when he went after John Lewis down in Georgia. I mean, there's certain individuals that we all know, whether we agree with their political ideology, are somewhat untouchable. But to go after a man like John Lewis, to attack 4 women who are sitting members of Congress, again, this is unprecedented. And unfortunately, we expect more from the leader of the free world, from our leader. And when we look at the president and what he's saying, I believe that it's very intentional. I believe that he's doing something to incite his base. And we know that as we've seen hate crimes increase throughout this country, he's emboldened individuals to take a different approach. And that's why I get very concerned about where we are right now in American times.
The president seems to believe that he can win over at least some African-American voters with a message about economic opportunity that he claims to have created for them. Do you think that's something this president can do?
I mean, in any equation, there's no absolute. So, will certain African Americans vote for this current president? Of course. I think that what he's utilized and what he's done over the past couple of days, couple of weeks, is he knows that he's doubled down on the fact that he will not get the majority of the African American vote, and he's willing to flame the fires of his racist, his white nationalist friends to ensure that he's trying to inspire his base. Many people say, well, we can't, talk about what Donald Trump is saying, but I don't think we can afford not to talk about. Martin Luther King once said, it's not what your enemies say, it's the silence of your friends. And I think now it's important for us to all come together, and whether you're Republican or Democrat, not focus on your partisanship, but focus on patriotism. And this is just not America.
Nick Mosby, we appreciate you taking the time, and we're sorry you've had to listen to words like this.
Thank you.
For many of the